Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Zano, and this is episode 205 of the world famous Universal Love podcast, also known as Online Marketing Moves. And we are coming to you live today. Today is February the 16th, 2021. At the time of this recording, ladies and gentlemen, before we get started on today's podcast, which we are going to talk about time management. So, yesterday I brought up a website that you can use when you want to do a bridge video, but you don't want, because if you do a bridge video and you try to upload on YouTube, you upload it as unlisted or private, it doesn't matter. Once they're done with the video, it's still going to pop up. Other videos are going to pop up. And if you don't want people to get distracted, if you want them to go straight from the bridge video to the offer or to another page on your next page in your sales funnel, I highly recommend you use Wistia. That's Wistia. And if you use the free version, they give you 3 videos that you can upload and you can use, and people will not get distracted. People will not have the YouTube in the background. All right. I know I left that in the notes yesterday, but if you are like my wife, who doesn't like to read the directions about anything that we buy, which is always makes me a little chuckle. If you are the same, then here we are. So I gotta help out. I gotta help you out as well. So, but anyway, we are going to talk about time management today in this episode. Now, we talked about a little bit about time management before. We talked about time management before. We talked about procrastination. And my sister-in-law, she had a thing. She sent me a text. Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law is the adage that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. So, what does that mean? That means if you give yourself 10 minutes to do something, then you'll probably do it in 10 minutes. But if you give yourself 10 hours to do something, I'm pretty sure you'll get it done in 10 hours. Now, for you, me, people that's ready to get off this boat we call a job or, being an employee or whatever, if you are ready to, you might not have the most time in the world, but we need you to manage your time wisely. You have to make sacrifices. You have to cut back. You have to cut out TV. You have to cut out things like that. One thing I have cut back on lately, I say every week I want to read a book. I want to read a book. I want to read a book. But for the next, for the next month or so, I am going to have to cut down. I might read one book every 2 weeks, but I definitely can't pick up a book every week and read because I quickly want to get out of the job that I have. I'm ready to work from home. I am ready to do more of this. I am ready to, be out there on my own, doing my own thing. So I have to make some sacrifices, and TV watching and book reading are 2 of the sacrifices that I have to make to manage my time more wisely. Now, I will also tell you this. So, you might have to do the same, because everybody doesn't have a lot of time in the world. I definitely know I don't have a lot of time between working 12 hours and, trying to come home and take care of my wife and, our little unborn baby. It's a lot going on. But at the same time, I'm doing something that I enjoy. I'm doing something that I am falling in love with. So it's not, to me, this is not work. This is just things that I need to do to get to where I want to go. So for me, and for you too, I'm sure once you get started and once you get into this stuff, you get real passionate about it. You know what I mean? And you will develop a passion for it. You don't have to be in love to get started. You don't have to, everybody says, don't follow your passion, But some things might not be your passion, but if you get into it and you realize that you're good at it, then you definitely will be like, ooh, let me do more of that. Let me do more of this, more of that. So just managing your time wisely. You might have to make some sacrifices, but just think about it. The temporary situation is the key word is temporary. It's not going to be forever. I'm not going to not have to read a book. I am not going to be able to, these next, 2 months, 3 months that I don't read a book every week. It's not going to hurt in the long run because I will be able to up my book reading to maybe once, twice a week. Once I alleviate myself from this, 12-hour, 14 hours, sometimes 16-hour a day job. So for me, that is, I got to thinking because at first I was like, I can do it all and then read books, and I'm like, no, I need to focus more on the business. I need to focus more. What else? What more can I do? More, more focus, more focus. You need laser focus, and I'm realizing that you need laser focus. Like you really need to dig deep. Now I will tell you something that I try to do now that I've never done before, and that is whenever I used to think that I needed a whole block of time to do something, but this morning I was sitting there waiting for this place to open. It was 5:15 in the morning. I said, I have nothing to do right now. And normally I would just watch some silly video, But I said, you know what I'm going to do? I said, I'm going to write an email and I'm going to email people about the affiliate program. And I said, that's what I'm going to do. And so in those 45 minutes, and I did a bonus video. Now I'm not looking to, say, hey, look at me, I'm doing all this jazz, No, the point of all that is just to say, whenever you have a few, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be, precise. It doesn't have to be you need a 3-hour block to do this and do that. If you just can find 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to work on your business, then it will all catch up with you in the long run. It will all help you out, So that's the whole point of that, me telling you that story. Yeah, it was 45 minutes, but in those 45 minutes, I was able to do, a little bonus, a quick bonus podcast, and, email some people and send out a mass email to my little, to my worldwide audience. So, as you well know, in this podcast, I just give you the story that I'm doing, so that way you could take however you want the story to come out for you. You could take what I'm telling you and use it for yourself. You know what I mean? You don't have to necessarily. We're definitely not going to do the same thing, but at the same time, we can both reach our goals, by doing things that work, things that actually work. Like, taking instead of me watching silly videos, which, it's hard. I'm not gonna. I mean, sometimes you just need to sit there and watch a silly video, but the more discipline you can get, you can watch a silly video, but don't turn a silly video into 2 hours of silly videos, and that's one thing that I definitely had to work on, because you fall into the rabbit hole, you fall into the, okay, well, I'm not in the mood to, no, put yourself in the mood to do the work, put yourself in the mood to, if you got 10 minutes, don't let, I have, this is another thing that myself, I had to learn. I can't let the job affect me, I can't let the company I work for affect my mood. I can't let, these warehouses, I can't let anybody in the world affect my mood as far as my business goes. So if they are going to, because it took them, and I got to I emailed people, I emailed, let's see, 450, no, not 50. I emailed about 40 different people today, as far as just an affiliate program, and are these 40 people going to respond? Of course, we all know all 40 people aren't going to respond, but it doesn't matter. If one person responds, then it's worth it. Okay. So those couple of hours that I had to sit there and wait, I got things done. I wasn't I didn't get upset because I used to would have got real PO'd, and I would have been huffing and puffing, and I'd have been so focused on these people and while they're holding me up. But it doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter anymore because I know where I want to go, and I know if they give me the time, let me take advantage of it. And so that's what I want the same for you. If you are on a lunch break at work, then take half of it to eat or whatever, and then just sit there for 15 minutes. Even if you think about your business for 15 minutes, that's more than what most people are going to do. Because as one thing I'm learning, a lot of people want to have a business, but everybody doesn't want to run a business. You know what I mean? People just like to talk about it. But you and I, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna be about it. All right. So for you, and we are all growing together. We're all learning this, and me myself, I'm going to cut more and more things out because it's just how it's gonna be, like TV watching. I don't care about that. I like doing this. I'd rather do 3 podcasts than, watch TV and sit there and, just do nothing. You know what I mean? Like I'm and the more fun that you have to, even though we're talking about time management, if you think about yourself, you think about your growth, you think about the time, you think about your business, and you go, you know what? I got 5 minutes, I got 10 minutes. Instead of me moping, instead of me moaning and groaning, let me do something that will help. Let me do something that will help me in the long run. All right. So use all the time you get, any little bit of time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, use all of that and make things happen for yourself. All right. Use It's 24 hours in a day. I know a lot of people, you see these videos and people like, there's 24 hours in a day. What's the difference between, I mean, I'm not saying that 24 hours a day you should focus on your business, but if you don't have a lot in the beginning, if you don't have a lot of time, you're in a time crunch, then you have to take the time that you're not sleeping or eating, or spending time with, your spouse maybe. You have to make sacrifice, cut that TV off, cut that video game off, cut whatever you have to do, cut those things off and put more time into your business. And I promise you, the more time you put in your business in the beginning, the more time you will have on the back end of the business booming. You know what I mean? So take that advice. I hope you will. Hope you listen. Time management is very important. But anyway, we was time management. We was all over the place with time management. There's a lot of different variations of time management. So, it's not, it's not just one, it's not a right way or wrong way, but you definitely need to make sure that you are putting in the time for your business. Don't cheat yourself, okay? So we will be back tomorrow with another hard-hitting episode. Who knows? Maybe we'll do another bonus episode. But until tomorrow, my name is Tony Zano. Hope you enjoyed episode 205. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And as always, everybody, peace.